Okay, so perhaps all things are clear here. Authentication header, it include key, it include packet, include external IP for hashing. Okay, and it doesn't include TTL value, and it doesn't work with net. Why it is doesn't work with net? Because it include external IP for hashing. If there is net device will change the external IP source. Okay, when the receiver will receive with a source IP header, with an IP header with a changed source IP, then again the hash will not verify, that will be dropped. So here we can say AH doesn't work with net. Next thing is here ESP. To understand ESP, again here we required a clean diagram. Please have patience. So same here, we have branch 1, branch 2, they are connected with ISP. Okay, its source is 192.168 lane 101.0 and its lane is 192.168.102.0. Its public IP 101.1.1.100. Its dot one dot one 102.1.1.100. Okay, same thing here. Three things will be key, then packet and external IP. Okay, packet will contain source IP 101.0, destination IP 102.0, and key value will be contain Shiva. For example, external source will be public and destination will be 102.1.100. Okay, now if we are talking about here ESP, then what ESP will do? ESP will add only two things. First, it will add key and it will add data. Then it will get a hash product. It will get ICV value, integrity check value. Now what will happen here? Yes, there are three things. Yes, we have here key, packet and external IP. But if we are talking about ESP will add only ESP will add data plus key. It will not add external IP. So same, the data. This data will place here. Okay, let me draw a clean. Okay, data. The same data will put here. Then we will add here ESP. ESP will contain hash value is this one, and then it will add here external IP. This format will be generated by branch 1. This will offer to ISP. ISP will check the external IP. External IP destination is 102. It will offer to branch 2. Then branch 2 will separate all the things. For example, data, ESP with hash value and external IP. It also contain key Shiva. When it will verify, then same it will do. It will add key plus data and it will get a hash. Then it will match open hash with sender. Okay, matching, then accept. If matching, then accept, otherwise drop. So here we can see here ESP, encapsulating security payload. It provides all features of IPsec. It use IP protocol number, here we can say 50. It works with net, it use net and it doesn't include external IP. As you can see here, it will add only data plus key. It will not add external IP. When it will verify, same key, you can see here key, that will be hash, data, that will hash. External IP will not be hash here. So if external IP is not hashing here, we are not hashing here, so we can say yes, so there is no problem with the net. But here some problems. Yes, okay, it works with net. Okay, as we can see, if there is a net device in the between, then what it will do? Okay, net device will change the external IP header. Net device will change the external IP header, but here we are not using. So in hash verification there is no problem, but there is a little bit problem that when we talk about net device here. Okay, net device required here layer 4 information. Again, I am repeating. Okay, we know ESP doesn't include external IP for hashing. It include only packet and key. Okay, external IP is not used for hashing. Okay, but when the traffic will go through the net device, then what will happen? Net device will net the source IP address. Okay, but when a net device, okay, net the packet, it required layer 4, but here we know ESP will encrypt all the data. Okay, ESP this data, if we are using here ESP, then all our data is in secure way, so we can't read the data. If we can't read the data, then net device will not perform the net. So to solve this problem, what happen? If there is a net device between two VPN peer, here we use a concept that is called net T. In what happened in net T? In net T, UDP header is inserted before ASP header with source port 4500. Again, I am repeating. We know ESP doesn't include external IP header for ICV, but it encrypt all the data. If ESP packet is passing through the net device will net it, but before net it will require layer 4 information. But ESP encrypt all data, so no layer 4 information is available. So no layer 4 information, so packet will not net and they can't communicate. To solve this problem, here we use a standard that is called here net T. Net traversal or transparent. When net T is used only when you want to establish VPN session through net device. Okay, and you are using ESP. In net T, UDP header is inserted before ESP header in the mid of external IP header, and ESP they add UDP header with 4500. Okay, when the UDP header before ESP header will go, okay, packet will go to ESP, it will change the external IP. Now it will require layer 4. Okay, yes, UDP 45000 is available. It required layer 4. Yes, layer 4 available. Then it will net it and it will forward it to the destination. So what is net T here? Net T a feature which enables us to establish VPN session through net device. Okay, what is net traversal? Again, I am repeating a feature. It enables us to establish VPN session through net device. As you can see here, net we want to establish VPN session through net device. So here net T will help us. Okay, in net T, VPN device add UDP header before ESP header. Okay, as you can see in net T, if we are talking about net T, okay, UDP header is inserted. You can say UDP header is inserted before ESP header, or we can say in the mid of external IP and ESP they add UDP header here. Okay, and so that that device can perform net with the packet. Okay, why net traversal is required? So here again I am repeating, doesn't work with net because it include external IP address for ICV. As I told you, if you are using here AH will add all three values for hashing. For example, external IP is also used for hashing. Okay, if you will net the external IP, hash will not match, so doesn't work with net. It include data, as I told you. We are talking about here Okay, it include data. Yes, data is hashed. Next thing is here key. You can see key is also hashed, and external IP for integrity. Yes, include all the things for ICV. If packet will pass through net device, as you can see, if packet will pass through the net packet, okay, net device will translate external IP. The external IP will be changed here. Okay, then when peer will receive packet, now we are talking about the peer. When peer will receive packet, it will verify packet ICV. Due to net, peer will found ICV mismatch. Okay, before translation IP header was differ, after translation IP header was differ. So there is a change in the IP header, so definitely hash will change. So packet will be dropped here. Okay, doesn't include TTL, I already told you. Okay, ESP, now we are talking about ESP doesn't include external IP header. You can see here EHP doesn't include external IP for hashing, as we know. Okay, now ESP doesn't include external IP header for IC, but it encrypts the data. As you can see, all the data is in encrypted format. Okay, a NAT device required layer 4 information. As I told you, a NAT device required layer 4 information. Okay, so Mm, okay, layer 4 information, but it encrypt by ESP, but all information is encrypted by ESP, no layer 4 information. Okay, so no NAT will perform. To resolve this issue, we use NAT. In NAT device add UDP header before ESP header. Okay, for NAT device that UDP header is 4500. As I told you, if ESP or VPN traffic is going through the NAT device, then ESP add UDP header before ESP header with 4500. You can UDP header here, UDP header with 4500, and this UDP header is for NAT device, so that NAT device can read layer 4 and it can forward it. NAT steps. NAT has three steps: NAT support, NAT detection, and NAT decision. Okay, in IK phase 1, we are talking about NAT support. In IK phase 1, two peer exchange their vendor ID and iOS version information to each other to determine that which features are supported. Okay, NAT detection. In NAT detection, they create a payload of external IP header. To understand it, we required a clean diagram here. Okay, please have patience. Okay, this is branch 1, branch 2, and this is ISP. Okay, now for short, this is A, this is B. Okay, but it is saying in IK phase 1 they create a payload or external IP header. Okay, we are talking about external IP. Okay, source is equal to A and destination is equal to B. They will create a payload and they will hash it. Both. For example, this. Now both hash and this will be offered to the peer. Peer will receive it. Okay, now source is A and destination is B. Again it will hash it. Okay, now okay, if source at the time of source A destination B, hash product will be this. Okay, when they will verify, our branch 2 will verify. Okay, at the time of verification, source is A. Okay, source is A, source is B. Yes, sorry, destination is B. No changes, so hash value will match. If hash match, it means in the path no NAT exists. Okay, now we have to, okay, you can see here. Okay, in IK phase 1 they create a payload of external IP addresses and they hash it. After hashing, payload and hash product is exchanged. They will verify it. They will verify hash. If hash match, no NAT exists in the VPN peer path, otherwise NAT exists. Suppose we are taking it here and another example. For example, in our last example the hash was matching, it means no NAT. Again I am here branch 1, branch 2. Yes, here we have a NAT device that is connected with ISP. ISP is connected here. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, now when this will establish the VPN session, then it will create a source. Okay, source is A, destination, you can see, yes, destination is here, F. They will hash it. Okay, they will hash it. Okay, then it will get a hash product. Okay, now this hash product will go to the NAT device. Then NAT device will translate the source. The A will be translate into C. When this packet will go here, yes, now you can say source is C and destination is here, F. Now again it will verify it, hash it. Okay, now what happened when this hash product will be received? Okay, you can see here. Okay, at the time of hash, source A, destination F, but where at the time of verification, source C, destination F. Hash match, sorry, IP address change. Okay, hash is change. Hash is change, it means here you can say NAT exist here. Okay, so when NAT exists, you can see here if, okay, if hash match, no NAT exist in the VPN peer. Otherwise means when hash will not match, it means NAT exist. Okay, now next is net decision in IKE version 2. If they found net in VPN peer path, yes, they found the path, they find the net in the VPN peer path, then what they will do? They add UDP header before ESP header. Okay, now IKE version, IKE has two version, version 1 and version 2. IKE version 1 has 6 messages. Okay, use ISACamp, use NetT, fire and forget, no voice over IP support, no cryptographic mechanism for key exchange. But if we will talk about version 2, 4 to 6 messages are used. Use ISACamp, NetT is also supported. It check peer existence using cookies. Voice over IP is also supported, and yes, it use should be cryptographic algorithms here. If we will talk about messages, okay, in version 2, first two messages essay negotiation, second two messages child essay negotiation, and another two are optional. Okay, first message proposal plus authentication material. Initiator in first message, initiator will send proposal plus authentication material. In message to responder will send back proposal plus authentication material. And third one, in okay, authentication material plus child essay info. And fourth one, authentication material plus child essay info. And in this, after this message, your IPsec and VTI, your GI tunnel is completed. Another message are here, you can see optional. Okay, what is hashing? A one-way process. It is used to ensure integrity, and we have hash algorithms are MD5 and SHA. MD5 Message Digest 5. It is a 64 bits algorithm. It takes 64 steps to create a hash product, and it generates a 128-bit hash products. If we talk about SHA stands for Secure Hash Algorithm. It is a 80 bits algorithm. It take 80 steps to create hash product, and it create 160 bits hash products. Thank you.